Alms, I see you have returned.
Phew! You had me worried, Trent. Thanks for the help with Delphos earlier.
Your thanks is unnecessary. As the overseer of the sanctuary, I could not sit idly by and allow harm to come to the Alms in the midst of their pilgrimage.
Trent? As in the sentry of the sanctuary? Watcher of the Alms' passage? He is much larger than recorded in the texts I've read on the subject. Could I perhaps...
Not now, Aish. Focus.
As for you, Soul Guard Val, here is where the escort's journey ends. I have bidden farewell to many a Soul Guard in my time here as the Overseer. However, you have been appointed as an Alm in your own right. You may proceed onward to the Mana Tree with the rest of the Alms.
Thank you. I am honored to fulfill my duty as the Alm of Light. But before that, I want to talk to the Mana Goddess.
Curious. I would inquire as to what you have seen and heard on your travels that would prompt such a request. Please enlighten me.
We know that Delphos is planning to take his revenge on the Mana Goddess, but we don't know why.
He's going around reviving benevolence to stir up trouble. Sure, we defeated 3 of them already, but that's not the point.
The point is that Delphos is regaining strength, and now he looks really weird and really menacing. We can't let him keep going like this.
Before long, he will arrive to assault the sanctuary. We seek a way to stop his progress, but we need the goddess's guidance.
You plan to stop Delphos yourselves? Yet again, you surprise me.
We feel partially responsible for his resurrection and sudden rise to power. Plus, he still has Hina's core stone. I have to fix this before I can give my soul to the cause. Please understand.
Your plight is noted. It is not my wish to place any undue burdens on the Alms, nor on the Goddess of Mana herself. But I believe I am coming to understand what the elemental spirits saw in you when making their choices. There is change brewing in Kidiel. Steel yourselves, Alms. You may enter the sanctuary with my blessing. Prepare your minds and hearts for when your souls will be necessary, and for what purpose you have been called.
Ominous words, my friend. We'll stop by after we hash things out with the Mana Goddess. How about you wish us luck on our way?
Very well. Until we meet again, Alms, take care and keep a weather eye out on the road ahead.
Thanks. We'll try. Now it's off to see the Mana Goddess.
The Sanctuary of Mana.
Karina, wait!
Oh,
That's gotta be the Tree of Mana.
wow.
It's beautiful. Almost familiar in a way.
Familiar. Yes. It makes sense that you feel that way.
The fairy.
Dropping those eaves as always, I see. Life begins with the Mana Tree, and when your time in this realm is over, your soul returns here to continue the cycle of rebirth.
Oh, then the Mana Tree oversees not just the Alms, but all creatures. It's where all souls end up.
When the world was still Fadiel, the Mana Tree was in the spirit realm, right?
Yes, if Kijiel had not not been created, you would never have had the opportunity to see the mana tree.
Incredible. If only I could tell everyone back home what a stunning sight this all is.
We've wasted enough time looking. It's time to get some answers.
How might one find the goddess in order to seek an audience?
Follow the path and it will lead you to her. Be sure to stay on the path, though.
But that's...
Monsters? Here?
We never had monster infestations before. There goes the neighborhood.
The barrier around the Mana Sanctuary is meant to be impenetrable. However, I happen to have several hypotheses over the origins of these sanctuary monsters. Some species might have been trapped inside of the barrier at the time of its fabrication. Or perhaps specific species are able to puncture...
Oh my, Master Aish is muttering to himself yet again.
Let him talk. Maybe he'll bore the monsters to death.
We should get going, but be careful, everyone.
I didn't account for monsters once we were in the sanctuary. What could be the cause?
Leave the hypotheses to Aish, Morley. We got bigger fish to fry.
Finally, a lucky break. Now that I'm an Ulm, I can protect you all the whole way. Undine Flask!
Do your thing!
It's useless, Tura. That's the last. It's useless, Tura.
I wonder just how strong I can get.
Taking this?
If there were trapped species inside of the barrier, we must take into account the change in habitat. Could evolution have played a part in creating this new subspecies? Or perhaps...
Should we permit him to ponder uninterrupted? Words will not reach him at this stage, I believe.
Aish, stop falling behind. Find your own way.
You're mine!
One more.
Okay, you're mine! Let's keep moving. Let me see. Is this? Grant me power! Thanks for the pick-me-up.
It would have been nice to have Hina here to see this.
Yeah. She would have loved this view.
Then I'll be sure to soak up as much of the atmosphere as I can, for her sake.
That's the idea, Karina. I'll do the same. Taking this? Got some syrup. Want to do this the hard way, huh?
You can handle this.
Take this!
Don't be shy. Last one left. More. What's this lucre used for?
Got some syrup. Power of mana! I'm brimming with power. Taking this?
What went through the minds of the Ohms of old as they walked this path?
Our thoughts often turn to those we left behind in times such as these.
Bittersweet to reminisce, but my heart still feels warm. I'll bet you the alms of the past will give us a warm welcome.
Help us out! Thanks for the pick-me-up.
Oh, look!
Unseen Flask!
Multi-strength.
Get out of here!
Thanks!
Refreshed.
Thanks! Appreciate it.
Not so fast!
Just one left.
We need to press on.
Yes! Let's rest up. Grant me power! I'm brimming with power.
We shouldn't get too caught.
Take this! Easy!
Think you can handle this?
Not so fast!
Take this! Out of my way!
It's useless
Get
to
away!
Well, that's that.
Let me see. Is this? Grant me power! Thanks for the pick-me-up. Is this? Grizzly! Watch yourselves, everyone! You're mine! Here I go! Easy!
Almost to the finish line!
Got it! Take them at me!
Oh, we might get some use out of this.
Let me see. Is this? Grant me power! Thanks for the pick-me-up. Yes! So all souls return to the mana tree eventually. In that case, I wonder if Orin and Liza are back yet. Hey, everyone. We made it.
Val, I am sure your voice has reached them.
The path stops here.
Then how do we get to the mana goddess?
Fairy could well have indicated the wrong route through the sanctuary. Her directions were vague at best.
Do not doubt that you are on the correct path.
It's Vidi's, the White Dragon Princess. Golly, what are you doing here?
You, your companions, and even I must face whatever future lies ahead of us, come what may.
Don't worry. Vidis is like Trent, an emissary of the goddess.
Can you tell us how to continue on the path ahead?
I am the keeper of the future. How you choose to proceed depends on the answers you provide. There are many roads you may take, each with their own consequences. Do you understand?
I think so. We have a choice to complete the pilgrimage, or not. But that decision is why we've come to the goddess. Please, let us speak to her and ask for her wisdom.
After learning the truth, how will you feel? Will you accept it?
The truth?
Have you the strength to face the truth of this world? I do not know the depth of your conviction, what resides within your heart. Make me understand your intent. Your hearts will lead you along the path you seek.
She wants actions, not words, then.
We must convince her of our conviction.
You won't want to miss a moment of this, Vidis.
I do not intend to blink. Now come.
Get away!
You're mine!
Lunar Globe can help us out.
Got it! I'll cover you.
When tilling the lands to bear fruit, one must bear in mind the myriad disasters they will face. Extinguish the bane that threatens to incinerate all.
This one's a toughie. What should we do?
Think carefully. You are mistaken.
Oh no! That was wrong?
I will show you tragedy. Behold your next trial.
Bring it on. I'm ready for anything.
As many rounds as it takes.
Though mortals yearn for the future, they are hindered by the shackles of their past. Expel the knowledge that leads mortals astray.
A riddle? Shall we offer a reply?
Test your might. Well done.
All right, got it. You're mine.
Prepare for your final trial.
Final one? Then we go all out.
Ain't over till it's over, Vidis.
As Alm of Light, surely you can decipher the truth from that which is false. Discern your truth, and yours alone.
Val, you can decipher it.
Think carefully. That is correct.
All right, got it. Go for it. Get ready. One more.
Now it is clear to me. Those strong enough to break free of their fate. Long have we prayed for pilgrims such as yourselves. You may be the heroes that the goddess of mana has needed all along. Go forth and create your own future.
Thank you, Vidiz! Aha! Nice to see that this place hasn't changed. No monsters either. Looks just like it did back in Fadiel times. You have had a long journey, but the mana tree is just ahead.
A long and laborious journey indeed.
The Alm's final destination.
And yet, we aren't here to offer our souls like those that came before us. We need to meet with the goddess.
Coda, the Alms have arrived.
Coda? Huh?
I am the guardian of this sanctuary.
There are humans living within the barrier? That's news to me.
Living? No. I am but a strong will given form. Consider me like one of the spirits. To put it in terms you may understand, I am the first in the long legacy of soul guards. You passed Vidiz's trial admirably, Val. I should not be surprised given that you are of my own bloodline.
You're my ancestor?
If we assume that long ago, people from Tiania were chosen to stand guard over the mana goddess, and that practice has held over to this very day. Aha! Then he is the origin of the Soul Guard tradition.
My mission remains unchanged since I first accepted it. Protect the goddess of mana.
Do you know where we can find her, Guardian Coda? We need to speak with the goddess as soon as possible.
You may refer to me as simply Coda. Trent and Vidiz have relayed your current plight to me. Come. I will take you to the mana goddess.
One of my ancestors is here? In the sanctuary? Well, I can't keep him or the mana goddess waiting. Time to go. Goddess of Mana. I'm Val, and these are my friends. We've come here to ask for a moment of your time, before we offer our souls. Delafos has broken free of his seal, and is going around the world setting the Beneva-Dons loose.
His only goal is to get his revenge on you, goddess. You have to do something.
We have so many questions to ask. About Delafos and core stones, and my strange ability. All of it.
Goddess?
I promise we're telling the truth. Please listen to us.
We fully intend to sacrifice our souls when the time comes. But first, we have to protect the world from this danger.
She cannot hear you. The goddess of mana is unreachable in her slumber. She has not once awakened since she first fell into this long, long sleep.
Not a single source I have read has ever referenced that the goddess was in this state.
No one has ever been allowed this deep within the sanctuary. Her condition is not known to any others.
But Delafos is breathing down our necks. The goddess was our last hope.
Coda? How did she end up like this?
Vidiz believes that you can be trusted to make your own decisions. So, I will tell you. Tell you how this all came to be. The truth behind this world.
What could have happened to the goddess? Coda should have some answers at least.
VOD, the world as it was once known in the distant past, was made up of 5 realms: the spirit realm, the mortal realm, the mystic realm, the ethereal realm, and the arboreal realm. Mana power once flowed freely through these places, and VOD knew only peace and prosperity. Until one day, mortals, in their greed, sought to use that power for warfare. The flow of mana was disrupted, and the 5 realms became perilously unbalanced. The mortal realm consumed an enormous amount of mana, plunging the mystic realm, home to the Beneva-Dons, into disarray. The divide between the realms weakened to the point that all worlds merged into one. When the mana dried up, the monsters unleashed their wrath.
The discord that had driven people to degrade the powers of mana ended, and their battle against the Beneva-Dons began.
The goddess wished to save the mortals from suffering at the hands of the Beneva-Dons. So she asked Fairy, her emissary, to find Delafos, name him her champion, and bequeath unto him the Mana Sword. And as promised, he successfully subdued all 8 Beneva-Dons. However, he refused to return the Mana Sword, and instead swore revenge against the goddess, after the death of Cerulia.
Is that what changed Delafos so drastically?
He lost the person most dear to him.
Sounds like Delafos couldn't come to terms with her passing.
Indeed, Delafos saw no reason to care about a world bereft of the one he loved. So he turned against the Mana Goddess. She ended up using all her strength to preserve a corrupted world. With her power exhausted, the goddess then fell into a deep sleep. It was up to the guardian of the sanctuary, namely me, to stand against Delafos with the help of the elementals. But it was not enough. We struck each other at the same time, resulting in his stone imprisonment and my destruction. Only my will survived. If only I had been stronger.
So, Coda, Delafos, and I all carry the same pain within us.
So you're the one responsible for that boulder by the entrance, huh, Coda?
Yes, though he managed to break free regardless. With the help of the elementals, I was able to divide Delafos' terrible power and seal it away with the Beneva-Dons scattered across the land. But I underestimated the strength of his hatred. His power was steeped in animosity, which bled into the surrounding lands, creating horrible disasters in its wake. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure. The wind will rage and the winged fall flightless. Pure waters will run foul and disease spread. Soil that once brought life turns all to dust and stone. Verdant lands will wither away and seeds will cease to sprout. The glaring light will obscure the boundaries of reality. Darkness will deepen, breeding monsters in its wake. The moon's hold over time will splinter, depriving all beings of logic. What people refer to as prophesied disasters are actually the curse of Delafos's power upon the land.
Then, the source of these disasters was never the Beneva-Dons at all. It was a curse, brought about by a single man's folly, from the very start.
Strong emotions revitalize mana power. In addition, Delafos had access to the energy from the mana sword itself. The elementals tried to stop Delafos's curse from running rampant. Their powers suppressed the worst effects from taking hold. But with the 5 realms now combined, the flow of mana slowed to a trickle. Elementals couldn't maintain that balance indefinitely. And so, without anything to check its dangerous powers, the effects of the curse spread throughout the entire world. Tortured by the curse of Delafos, mortals turned to the goddess for help and offered up sacrifices. Alms. Alms would travel to the mana tree and freely give up their souls, their life force, to the sleeping goddess. As I mentioned, strong emotions bring about mana power. With the souls from faithful alms, the flow of mana was rejuvenated, for a time. Powers restored, the elementals could once again suppress the effects of the curse. But after 4 years, their stores of mana would once again run dry.
That's why the alms have to go to the mana tree to stop disaster from befalling our villages.
At the end of their pilgrimage, I would change the alms into core stones to give to the goddess.
Core stones? Wait, you can...
Yes, Val. Your ability was passed down through my bloodline. Originally, it was used to return monsters to the flow of mana. Reintroducing life into the flow of mana was how Faudiel maintained balance.
So then, what I did to Hina...
Oh, Val.
Sooner or later, that fate was waiting for her in the end.
Yes, as it waits for all alms who come to the mana tree. Your souls will be given to the goddess to protect the cycle of mana, including the soul of the alm of earth that you possess.
Liza's?
This is all we can do until the mana goddess reawakens.
What's that?
The barrier is under siege.
Whoa, what is going on?
It's probably the Beneva-Dons. Looks like they're trying to break through.
This is Delafos' doing.
What'll happen to the sanctuary?
There is no need for alarm. The Beneva-Dons hold great power, but not as great as the sanctuary itself.
They're retreating.
Oh. Good.
There is no sign of the man himself. Perhaps Delafos intended this attack to serve as a diversion?
Delafos and the Beneva-Dons are still a threat to us all, just like in the past.
Things aren't looking so good for the world if these monsters run free.
If the goddess is unable to grant us aid, we must muster our own forces. It is our chance to fix the future.
Our loved ones need protection. I'll do it alone if I have to.
We've already defeated 3 of these things. The remaining 5 will be a piece of cake.
Coda, we need time. I promise we will offer up our souls, but we have to take care of the world first. We will stop the rest of the Beneva-Dons and Delafos before he hurts anyone else.
I do not have the power to stop you either way. Do what you feel is right. The decision to fight should be left to the living. It is your duty, as protecting the sanctuary is mine. I believe your group of alms has untold potential to rejuvenate the flow of mana. And more.
More what?
It is not important. What matters is that as long as Delafos has the Mana Sword, he will continue his assault on the sanctuary, and the goddess kept safe within.
Then, we'll just have to reclaim the sword ourselves. It's the only way to keep disaster at bay.
Returning the sword to its rightful place wouldn't hurt either.
You should keep the core stone of the Alm of Earth. Abiding by the will of the alms is important, after all.
Coda is putting a lot of faith in you. I think you'll be able to handle the road ahead as well.
Vidiz has also acknowledged their worthiness. It is time that I trusted in people once more. Though I cannot lend you my own power, I can at least release that of this little one.
Ramco, is that you? What happened to you?
I do believe this is the sacred beast Flammy. Ramco must have been Flammy the entire time. Flammy has made many documented visits to our world, but I never dreamed I would be in her presence.
Oh, I get it. Ramco is just another form of Flammy to begin with.
Her wings are the fastest way to convey you to the Beneva-Dons. Make haste, Alms.
Thanks.
Flammy can take you anywhere in the world you want to go.
Ramco, you got so big. Big and strong enough to carry all of us. All the little ones grow up so fast.
Remember that Flammy's power can only fly you around for so long. She'll revert back to her cub form when you land. Just use the Flammy drum to summon her whenever you need to fly. Whoa! Now then, what's your plan of action?
If I may, would you be so kind as to return me to Lagrazzo?
She says it would be her pleasure.
Then, to Lagrazzo we go.
Now then, with Ramco's permission, shall we be off to Lagrazzo?
There's probably something in those archives that can help us with the Beneva-Dons. Let's go.
The ground looks so small from up here.
It feels a lot more spread out when you have to walk, huh?
Remco must really like the sound of that drum, huh?
We'll be relying on her a lot from now on.
Thanks for all the help, Ramco.
An excellent landing, young Ramco. Brava! Now then, I will begin the process of compiling what I observed within the sanctuary for analysis.
You're not going to help us with the Beneva-Dons?
It grieves me to say it, but I must decline. Though please keep in mind that I want a full report on your exploits. I will add it to my account of this historic situation we find ourselves in.
I suppose he is the best suited.
It's okay that you want to analyze your data, but please don't let the information that Coda entrusted you with turn into gossip.
Of course. Not to worry. I take great pains to compile my notes in secrecy.
If it isn't the head curator and the rest of the arms, you're safe. Oh, we were worried when we heard the Beneva-Dons were attacking the mana tree.
I am as well as can be expected, thanks to the mana goddess's barrier. Word of the Beneva-Dons' revival has spread, I see. Have you determined where the monsters have appeared, perchance?
Reports indicate that disaster is spreading to the lands that house the Beneva-Dons. Besseroth, Beneva-Don of Wind, has been spotted in the Vale of Longrin. And Tormarni, Beneva-Don of the Moon, near Aetern. Gandum, Beneva-Don of Water, was seen outside of Illistana. While the Beneva-Don of Wood, Florit, is stalking Vertius Burrow as we speak. Scribes have already been sent afield to collect what information they can.
Curious. The Beneva-Don of Fire has not been accounted for. Is there no word of Volkibel?
No reports out of the Tiania area as of yet. Our theory is that the Fire Beneva-Don still slumbers.
I see. I suppose that is good news. It seems you all have 4 Beneva-Dons to take care of at present.
I can feel it. The flow of mana power in each area has changed. You could start in any location, but time is of the essence.
My word! An emissary of the goddess! What a singular wing shape! Would you mind if I sketched it?
I'm afraid I'm in a hurry.
We should get going too. Good luck, Aish.
Farewell. We will meet again soon, I'm sure.
Let's focus on the 4 monsters we know of. So, Val, what'll it be?
Leave it to me. We can head out now.
You're headed toward Longrin, I see. Be careful. I can sense Besseroth's presence near the Vale of Wind.
Not quite the homecoming I pictured. I mean,
No matter what, you should be proud of what you've accomplished, Karina. Isn't that right, Ramco? What's up with this wind?
Whoa! Veil of wind? More like veil of hurricanes. You live like this, Karina?
Are you kidding? No one lives like this. Now, Beneva-She-Better-DO is behind this gale. I'd bet lucre on it.
Speaking of which, where is it?
Fairy! Hey, Fairy!
Nothing. Nary a peep from Fairy. She may have been blown off course before she arrived.
Well, we should probably check with the chief anyway. Out of everyone in town, he's most likely to have an idea of what's going on in the Vale.
The chief is sure to know what's going on in Longrin. Found you, little cactus. Huh.
Uh-huh.
Let's use the meridian to travel.
Babu, badu da baba do bum. Dub, babada. Dub, bada. 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 Bada, guguda.
Where to next?
What is the meaning of this, Karina?
Hello to you too.
Why would the Alms and Soul God return here to the Vale? You should be en route to the Mana Tree. The wind howls unabated. Is this not because you have failed to do your part and complete your duty as the Alms?
No, you got it all wrong. The storm is because of the Beneva-She-Better-DO of wind. That's why we left the sanctuary in the first place, to defeat those monsters.
All this time, I assumed this was just the manifestation of the prophecy of disaster.
Tell us where Besseroth is, please.
The Wind Sanctum. But you must not venture there again, Karina. Shiryu has already tried. We have not heard from him since. I will not lose more people to that terrible place.
Shiryu disappeared? Why didn't you go after him?
The path into the Wind Sanctum has been blocked by a large boulder. We have tried everything to make it budge, but it's no use. There is nothing more you can do, Alms. I suggest you return to the Mana Tree and fulfill your duty.
I told you, defeating the Beneva-Dons is part of our duty now. We're here to save the Veil, you stubborn dummy. What's not clicking?
Karina, it would be unwise to anger the Beneva-Don further.
Well, now that I know where the Beneva-Don is, we're finished here. I've got nothing more to say to you, Chief. Time to hit the road, everybody. Let's go save Shiryu from whatever trouble he's in at the Sanctum.
Karina and the Chief are at each other's throats as usual. She wanted to check out the Wind Sanctum. I should catch up with her.
Look at the size of that boulder. No wonder no one has been able to get into the Wind Sanctum.
Besseroth's doing, to be sure. I believe it's meant to be a warning.
Oh, there you are, Fairy.
Flying in this weather has been difficult. Anyway, what are you going to do about the boulder?
I don't see what the big deal is. Flamey can take us over it in no time. Isn't that right? Don't worry, you've got this, Ramco. Now transform! Ramco, what's wrong? Are you sick? Does your tummy hurt? Are you scared of turning into Flammy? What? You mean you don't want to go back to the Wind Sanctum?
Wait a minute. Isn't that where Ramco used to live?
Long time ago, yeah. I went to the Sanctum once when I was training as an oracle. I tried to protect Ramco from a sudden violent gust of wind, but I got hurt. That's how I lost one of my wings, actually. Ramco never showed any interest in returning home after she brought me back to Longren. Maybe she wanted to forget all about the incident, but the longer we wait, the more I worry about Shiryu.
Wounds of the body heal faster than wounds of the heart. We should look for another way in.
Yeah. Best not to push her too much. In that case, do we attempt to ascend?
Something tells me the people of the Vale would rather we got rid of the rock.
But they mentioned they've been unsuccessful so far.
I've got it. We gather the whole village together and push. Huh? It's a big town. Bigger than Verdius, at least. And we can help too. I think we have a shot is all.
Everyone might have given up on moving this thing before they even got started. No one knew that it was a Beneva-Don's doing, after all. It's worth a shot. I'll go back to the Vale and talk to the villagers and see if anybody will lend us a hand.
When I first met you, nothing could make you lift a finger for the Vale.
True, but surely you noticed that I've since matured into a lovely, responsible alm. Y'all wait here.
Don't cause any trouble on the way.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Morley. I'll be back before you can say Sylphid. You stay here too, Ramco. I'll make the people of the Vale see reason somehow, so don't you worry. I'll visit the chief, and I should talk to Mom and Dad. I guess I better get the other oracles on my side too. The rest of the Vale is sure to join us then. Okay, Karina. Just explain the plan, and they'll see reason. Ugh. Hey, Dad. Mom.
Karina! How are you, honey? How's Ramco?
That's the spirit. You're shaping up to be quite Alm-like. You know, reliable and confident.
Now that you mention it, what's the Elm of Wind doing here instead of the Mana Tree?
Don't tell me you've abandoned your sacred duty, Karina.
No, no, no. I'm still on the pilgrimage, believe you me. We're just taking care of other urgent business at the moment.
Like what, young lady?
Like defeating the Beneva-She-Better-Do rampaging in the Wind Sanctum? That's why I'm here. I need help with the boulder blocking the way.
That does sound urgent, but what can we do? Nothing, that's what.
That boulder isn't going anywhere. And even if we could move it, what then? You run off into the jaws of danger to fight a Beneva-She-Better-Do?
Honey, you could get hurt. You were appointed the Alm. You can't be so reckless anymore.
Fantastic. You still have no faith in me. You think I'd lose against the Beneva-She-Better-Do? Or that I'd run away from my duty?
See what you did? You accused her of running away.
What was I supposed to think? Alms don't just visit home after they leave on the pilgrimage.
I know, but if you weren't trying to shift the blame, then...
Stop fighting! It's like all you ever do is argue with each other and lose your temper and scold me.
Our tempers? Look who's talking, Missy. Everything that comes out of your mouth is either a whine or a complaint.
Oh, don't start, you two.
You know what? Fine, forget I even asked. If you're not gonna help me, then I'm not gonna waste my breath begging.
Karina!
Oh no, not again. I keep messing this up. I forgot how quickly we get into arguments in this household. I should leave them be until we've all cooled down a bit. Knowing those two, they'll bicker for hours. Better move on to someone else for now. When will I learn? I should just say what I came to say and be done with it. I can't live without this thing. Hey, it's been a while. Karina! How's the wind dying going? Remember, you've only got 4 years to master it before the fairies do.
Give us a break. We're trying, but we can't exactly practice with all these gale winds raging through the Vale.
No, you're right. I'm sorry for teasing you.
So, you're back in Longrin. What about finishing the pilgrimage?
About that, I have a request. The path into the Wind Sanctum is blocked, and I mean to do something about it.
There's no way! People already tried to do something about the boulder and nothing worked. That rock just does not want to give way.
That's why we have to get everyone to help at the same time. Once we move it, I can enter the Sanctum and defeat the Beneva-She-Better-Do.
You want to go into the Wind Sanctum again? But Karina, you might get hurt. And then what'll we do?
That's all anyone ever says to me. Do you want this windstorm to last forever? You'll never be able to do the dying again.
Oh, so now you're worried about the wind dying. You couldn't care less before you started your journey. We asked you to help summon the fairy and you refused. She only came once you finally relented. Thank the spirits. And here you are, asking for favors from the very people you left out to dry. You want the boulder gone? Do it yourself!
Excuses, excuses. When did you get so hard-headed, Nagi? You know what? I think I will go move that rock. And once I do, that'll teach you to doubt me. Okay, that was definitely my fault. Before I was named the Alm, sure you and Ramco were the only ones who had my back. Of course I didn't feel like helping the rest of the Vale. But it's too late to apologize for that now. I could explain myself until I'm blue in the face, and it won't change what I did. Come on, Karina. Great. I'm realizing just how awful I was to everyone when I left. Oh.
What is it? Were you not finished with all you had to say to me?
I'm back because there's one more thing to say. We took a look at the boulder, and we think we have a plan. But we need the whole village to work with us to move it.
Karina, I realize you are trying to help, but what do you think a few additional hands will accomplish? Besides, Besseroth placed that rock there for a reason, and far be it from us to anger the Beneva-She-Better-DO by ruining its inscrutable plans.
But that's...
Know that it is my responsibility to keep the people safe. I cannot ask them to court danger by helping you defy a Beneva-She-Better-DO.
How exactly do you think this is gonna end up for you, huh? You think everyone is safer keeping their heads down and pretend like that monster doesn't exist?
According to legend, dragonfolk once soared through the air until the Beneva-She-Better-DO of Wind took away our flight. Wings useless, our tribe was forced to live upon the ground. Whether this is fact or fiction, we dare not bring Besseroth's anger down upon us again.
That's an old fairy tale that I know you heard from Shiryu. And speaking of Shiryu, you can't even be bothered to go looking for him in the Wind Sanctum.
I cannot allow you to come to harm, even for the sake of another of our tribe. The alms are too precious to send on a fool's errand.
So you're sacrificing Shiryu because you're scared. The same reason you're just letting the Veil get pummeled like this.
We can but trust in the winds of fate to spare us, Karina.
Ugh, you're a terrible chief if you're willing to put people in danger just to keep the status quo. Coward!
How dare you speak to your elders this way?
Well, now I've gone and done it. I was supposed to convince the chief, not yell at him. I know the chief has his reasons, even if they're stupid ones. I get why he doesn't want to risk endangering the villagers. I get it, but... Great. That was our last ray of hope. I don't think anyone will give me a different answer. I'm just fighting against the air current at that point. Well, there's no use waiting around here. Better go back and deliver the news to Val and the others. Now I get to go tell everyone how I couldn't convince a single person to help. I'm sorry, everyone. It didn't work.
It's not your fault, Karina.
No, it is. I left Longren on such a sour note before. My own mistrust of people came back to get me. I didn't place my faith in them, so why should they place any in me? In fact, the original reason I wanted to become an Alm was to get out of the Veil and see the world. My motives weren't pure at all. Maybe that confidence in my affinity to the wind element was really just me overcompensating for how little the villagers believed in me. I don't know.
Karina.
I wasn't the Alm that Longren needed. I wasn't committed enough. But now, after such a long adventure, I can say for sure that I want what's best for the world, and especially for my home in the Veil. The thought that we could lose everything, all the people we've met, the places we've seen, the memories we've made, I won't let that happen. I'm ashamed of how I wanted the Veil to beg me to save them. I'd never do that again, not now that I've seen so much of the world. Now it's up to me to prove that I've changed. I'll do whatever it takes to save Longren. I won't let anyone or anything get in my way. But I can't do it alone. Please, help me.
And here I went through the trouble of composing you a song to boost your spirits. guess I was wasting my time.
No one could refute your current resolve, Karina. All you need do is rally and resume your efforts to remove the rock.
Give the villagers a chance to see your hard work. It may take time, but they will come around eventually.
We can't let them all down. We'll be the winds of change that fix things for the Vale.
Thank you all so much. We've got this, Remco. Don't worry.
Come on, you little...
We may have overestimated our own strength.
No, we got this. Just a little more.
Where there's a will, there's a... Oh, who are we kidding? What? Why are you all...
Karina, dear, you really need to work on your persuasion skills. I taught you better than that.
She takes after you, after all.
Don't you start.
I'm sorry, Karina. I should have been more willing to listen to you. I know you just wanted to help the Vale. And I still yelled at you.
Oh, my back. If only I were a few years younger.
A few? Chief, you better not blow out your back.
Never mind me. Don't you have something you want to say to the people, Karina?
I'm really grateful to you all. Let's get this done!
Sorry for the delay. Had to deal with something. You've almost got it, everybody! Push!
Look at this mess. I'll never get the stains out of my garb.
Well, I'll be. We actually managed to work together and move that boulder.
We did it, everyone. Well done. The Elemental of Wind granted us his divine assistance in our hour of need. With Sylphid's help, we prevailed. And, of course, we owe our thanks to Karina, the Soul Guard, and the rest of the Alms for reminding us of what's really important.
Well, don't thank me just yet. We still need to subdue Besseroth and find Shiryu after all.
So, you are going to the Wind Sanctum after all? Even though that's where you got hurt before?
I'll be fine. I'm not the same person I was back then. Plus, I've got a bunch of dependable friends I can rely on this time. You'll help too, right, Ramco?
Could it be? Is that the legendary sacred beast Flammy?
Thanks to all your support and your combined efforts, Ramco's not afraid to take us into the Sanctum anymore. Thanks again. Leave the Beneva-She-Better-Do smashing and Shiryu saving to me. Come on, Val, Morley, Palomina, Joulet. There's no time to lose.
Karina! Take care, okay?
Karina's always been a feisty one. I've barely had the chance to wish her well on her adventures.
And yet, she was still able to bring the whole Vale together. She's gotten even stronger on her journey, it seems.
Wind here doesn't feel right. But no wind will feel right until we take care of that Beneva-She-Better-Do.
Shiryu probably went this way too, right? We better hurry.
So is anyone ever going to explain who this Shiryu guy is or what?
Oh, right, you weren't around then. I'll explain as we go.
I know I've asked a million times, but I still haven't gotten a straight answer about Shiryu.
Oh, he's a keeper of tales from the Vale. Karina and Shiryu have a bit of a history.
That still doesn't explain much. Why do humans make everything so complicated?
Got some syrup. Grizzly! Yes! Help us out! I bet we can harness that strong wind to keep going.
Look what the
Now's the time!
Take this!
Now's the time!
Salamando! Take this! Take this! Okay, come at me!
I can go another round.
For the pick-me-up. Yes!
Hey, do you think the people of the Vale understood how grateful I was for their help?
Yeah, I think they got it. They know you care.
Taking this. This is kind of exciting. Nice! Watch yourselves, everyone!
Now's the time!
Undine! Come at me!
It's useless to run.
Take him at me!
When I go all out, it's curtains for him.
This is kinda exciting. A rare item! Got some syrup.
Now there's wind blowing near the bottom of this thing.
Well, I trust the wind. Even if the atmosphere in this place could use some work.
Taking this. Please work. Got some syrup. Yes.
Time to finish him!
Buckle up.
I'm powered.
Welcome strength.
Go!
The spirits will answer our call.
Appreciate it.
I'm not done yet!
Thanks. It's useless. You're mine.
Buckle up.
One left. I've saved up quite a bit of lucre. Time for some new gear. Yes. This is kind of exciting. Is this?
How did you get there?
Grant me power! Let's ride this whirlwind! What a jump! Taking this? Help us out! Let's ride this whirlwind! What a jump! Grizzly! Yes! Please work. Let's ride this whirlwind. What a jump! Activate! Let's ride this whirlwind! What a jump! Taking this. See. I'm powered up! Take this!
Keep this cup. Think you can handle this?
My body... I'm on it! Undine Flask!
Buckle up.
For this! Made it out. Barely.
Did anyone detect a disturbance just now?
No, but I don't feel anything evil in the area either.
Perhaps Sylphid is simply watching over us from afar.
Whoa! Yes! Resonate! Want to do this the hard way, huh? This is how it's done.
Buckle up.
Let's keep it moving.
That's the last.
Take this!
Buckle up.
Keep it moving. When I go all out, it's curtains for him.
This is kind of exciting. This might be useful. Taking this. Activate! Let's ride this whirlwind! What a jump! Got some syrup. Which way did we come from again? Was it that one?
It's hard to keep track of which routes we used, even for me.
Onward and upward. Gotta reach the top somehow.
Grizzly!
We shouldn't get too comfortable.
Powered up!
You handle it.
Thunder Saber! Holy Saber! You're mine! Okay.
Get away.
Go
Not
for
so
it.
fast.
We need to press on.
Taking this. Activate! Let's ride this whirlwind! What a jump! Grizzly! Taking this. Let's rest up.
The climb will be all the more difficult if we do not make a detour to the other side.
There must be another place we can harness Sylphid's powers. Let's look.
Time to shine! Here! Thanks for the pick-me-up!
Are these two twins? They look identical. Right? So, God, they're gonna be a handful.
I doubt their attacks will be so similar. Stay focused.
Unseen Flask! Take this! We gotta break their coordination or we won't get anywhere. You're mine! Take this!
Useless hero.
That's it! Now don't stop attacking! It's not doing so good. Okay, you're mine! It's immobilized! Nicely done! Take this! There's a soul guard.
Guess it's my turn. Guess it's my turn.
I'll deal with this.
I'll carry on from here. You're mine! Okay.
Be shy.
Unseen Flask! Thanks!
Get out of here. Thanks for that.
It's immobilized! Nicely done!
Unforgettable! Let's finish this once and for all.
Now take him down!
Get out that elemental vessel!
Can we avoid family feuds from here on out?
Yeah, those monster siblings were something else. Come on, let's get going. This is kinda exciting. Is this? Yes! Taking this? Come forth! Let's ride this whirlwind! What a jump! Got some syrup. Please work. This should let us proceed. Grant me power! Thanks for the pick-me-up.
I can do it.
Go forth. This should come in handy.
Think you can handle this?
She's one left.
Lumina!
Buckle up. Go forth.
Time to call on the elemental spirit.
More!
Let's keep moving. Yes.
Huh? Julie, did you say something? Nope, not me. Are you hearing things?
Maybe. Sounded like someone called my name.
Never mind, it's probably nothing.
Yes.
Time to finish No!
All right.
Undine Flask. Appreciate it.
Buckle up.
That's no fun!
It's useless food.
Come on.
First I go.
Almost to the finish line!
Thanks.
Picking a fight with us was foolish.
This is kind of exciting. Is this? Grizzly! Come forth! Brace yourselves, everyone.
Now's the time.
Think you can handle
Powered
this?
up!
Buckle up.
I need you. Come at me!
We've got quite a lot of lucre. There's no need to be so frugal.
This is kind of exciting. Is this? Come forth! Let's ride this whirlwind! What a jump! Grizzly! Come forth! Let's ride this whirlwind! What a jump! This is kind of exciting. A rare item! Yes! Activate! No!
Fight again?
I'm powered up! You're mine!
You can handle it. Keep them. That's the last.
Okay. Take this!
When I go all out, it's How are you feeling, Ramco?
Once we defeat the Beneva-She-Better-Do, this place will go back to normal. I know it.
Taking this. Power of mana! This should let us proceed. Got some syrup. Let me see. Is this?
I can do it.
Saber! I'm powered up! Take this!
Keep them coming.
Come at me! Next!
Think you can
This
handle
should be the
this?
last of it. Next! Hold on. I think I saw this in a book one time. Please work. Let's ride this whirlwind. What a jump! Here, use this. I'm on it. Let's rest up. Taking this.
Ramco's shown a lot of courage. Now, it's our turn.
All right. Time to beat this monster and clear the air. We gotta save Longren.
How dare you knock Ramco out of the sky, you jerk!
You're in for it? Now, Sephiroth!
The wind will die down if we stop his wings.
Unseen Flask!
Inspect your opponent carefully.
That's We're getting sucked in! Brace yourselves! It's gearing up for a big attack! Stop it in its tracks!
Seriously now?
Here I go!
Get away!
We're on a roll! Keep it up!
It's almost down. Come on!
You're in for a hard landing, Beneva-She-Better-DO.
Take this!
Help your spirit!
Take this!
Besseroth's defeat is a load off my mind.
It's about time you showed up, Sylphid.
I've been following you the whole time. Someone had to look out for this fella while you were occupied with the Beneva-She-Better-DO.
Shiryu, you're okay!
Karina! I can't believe you came all this way to save me. Thank you.
Why did you even go into the Wind Sanctum in the first place? You know it's dangerous in here. What were you thinking?
I was looking for proof that it was the Beneva-She-Better-DO behind all the wind, like I'd read in the ancient records. I am a historian, after all. All I needed was to confirm it with my own eyes.
So you knew there was a Beneva-She-Better-DO in here? Why would you risk your life like that, Shiryu?
Some people were blaming the Alm of Wind for the gales, but I knew it wasn't your fault. I just needed to prove it to the rest of them.
Thank you for helping out with this, good sir. But shouldn't you have kept him away from the Beneva-She-Better-DO and out of harm's way in the first place?
You aren't wrong, Julie. But everything was a mess once the Beneva-She-Better-DO was released. It was hard enough to keep that boulder from doing more damage than just blocking the entrance. It used up all my strength, and I had to take a nap. I can't do everything, you know.
Then it sounds like things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't been here.
I don't know how to thank you, Sylphid. The Veil really owes you one.
Aw, I think nothing of it. After all, the one who brought the people together was Karina. I wanted you, Shiryu, to see how far she's come on this journey.
That's amazing. I always knew she'd be perfect for this job. I'm glad the Veil can see it now, too.
Shiryu?
Karina, Shiryu, you have much to discuss, but might this discourse be deferred until we return to Longren?
You have a lot of catching up to do. We will leave you to it.
Sylphid, I can regale you with stories from our trip. You'd never guess some of the wild things Karina's been up to.
That does sound like fun. Count me in. Now then, let's head back to the Veil, everyone.
wind's died down. That's a relief. Not that it'll stay that way for very long.
Ever since you left, the wind's been milder in these parts. And it always made me think of you when the breeze blew past. It was nice. Comforting, even. Karina, I wanted to talk to you about that time with the fairy. You know, when I ran away.
You want to kill the mood already?
Honestly, I'm just glad I get to talk to you before you leave again. I hated that things were sour between us when you went on the pilgrimage. But at least we have this.
I mean, I was mad. But it's all right now.
No, it isn't. I should have been there to see you off when you left for Mount Gala. I let you down, even though I'd been hoping you'd be named the Alm for so long.
That's news to me. Wait, really? You wanted me to be the Alm that bad?
Of course. You worked so hard for it. I just couldn't see anyone but you being chosen. So I freaked out when I thought I was getting the job instead.
That's why you ran?
Yeah. I mean, you dreamed about seeing the world since we were little. Do you know how much I liked that you'd hang on to my every word when I told you the stories I'd been taught? But we both know the Vale is a secluded settlement with strict laws about traveling outside its borders. I knew that's why you wanted to be an Alm.
Yeah, but then I got hurt during my training.
You might have lost your wing, but you never lost your passion. I always loved that about you. I was so proud of your determination.
I know. You never laughed at me for wanting to be the Alm, unlike the others.
Thanks for coming back and giving me a chance to tell you what I always wanted to. And please allow me to see you off properly this time, Karina.
I guess, since you asked so nicely, I can let you do that. Thanks. For always supporting my dreams. Which reminds me, I have a lot that haven't come true yet. Journeying across the world is the best, and there's still so much I haven't seen. Places you told me about, places you never even knew existed. Just think of all the things I can learn and tell you later. Ramco and I, we're itching to roam. We'll search through every nook and cranny of this world of ours. That's my new dream.
It sounds like a beautiful one. I can't wait to hear more about the adventures of Karina, the explorer.
I guess it's time for us to go, Ramco. We still have some unfinished business to attend to before we can begin our expedition.
Safe travels, Karina!
I'll see you later, Shiryu. You can count on it!
So, Karina, who is Shiryu exactly?
He's someone who's always had my back. One of my best friends.
Finally, a straight answer. I was hoping you'd have one by now.
Yep, it's all settled. Thanks, Julie.
journey was sealed near the moonlit parish. Are you ready to face it?
Parishioners can freely enter Aetern now. Hopefully that's the only change we have to worry about.
People? Here? In Aetern?
The parish is no longer unbreachable. Now everyone can work toward providing a future for our homeland.
I do sense traces of Beneva-She-Better-DO activity in the area. Don't let your guards down.
Really? Nothing looks weird to me.
Fairy is right. My fur is standing on end. Though, who can say if a Beneva-She-Better-Do is the cause? Huh? Milpa is here. He'll have some insight into what's been going on in the parish.
It's refreshing to see a familiar face. Let's talk to Milpa. Look! A cactus! Huh.
Milpa, a pleasure as always.
Why, if it isn't Morley in the Alms! Good to see you. But Morley, should you really be coming back to Aetern, you still have a duty to fulfill.
Some unavoidable circumstances bring us to the parish. Don't worry. We are here with the goddess's blessing.
Oh, then I suppose the goddess really has given up on Aetern. What's a little bit of disaster among friends, am I right?
Are you feeling well, Milpa?
Forgive me. I simply find everything funny these days. Since you managed to revive the Moon Elemental, the scattered citizens of Aetern have started to return to the parish, hoping to rebuild their fallen homeland. Lately, it's as if everyone has lost their minds. One minute they burst into tears, the next they're fighting in the streets. Turn around and they're laughing at nothing. Forget about repairing the parish. I can't remember what I was talking about a second ago. If this isn't to do with Aetern's prophecy, I'll eat a pakul. You Alms had best leave before it starts affecting you, too. Hurry now!
It's not just my imagination, right? Milpa was acting strange.
Decidedly. He's always been a calm, nurturing person, not one to laugh at other people's misfortune. If these are recent developments, it's likely caused by the influence of the Beneva-She-Better-Do of the moon.
Morley, I'm so sorry. It was all my fault. I was wrong.
Karina? What are you talking about?
You know, back at the Dead-Eye Cliffs, you were worried about a Terran's prophecy, and I carelessly brushed it off. But you were right all along. If only I'd listened to you. How could I be so cruel?
No, I'm pretty sure none of us could have foreseen these circumstances back then. It's not worth crying over.
You are being far too merciful, Morley.
Palomina?
How could you let that Nilpa man get away with such flippancy? He was completely out of line. Oh, I have a veritable tidal wave of tirades that I would visit upon him. In fact, I think I shall.
Hold on, Palomina. How will yelling at Milpa fix this situation?
Karina's in tears and Palomino wants to throw down on innocent townspeople. What are the odds?
Julie, stop picking on me!
Do not think that I will let that slight slide. I am righteously irate right now.
You're not righteously anything.
Woohoo! Now's the perfect opportunity to get some practicing in.
Oh no, everybody's gone nuts! Morley, please tell me you haven't lost your mind. I can't be the only sane one.
No. I'm unaffected, I think.
Pull yourselves together! You're the only ones rational enough to fix this mess.
You look like you have your wits about you too, Fairy.
Luna should be okay as well. I'll see to her. You get your companions somewhere where they can rest.
The parish isn't exactly bustling yet, but there should be an inn we can use.
Everyone's off kilter in this place. Hopefully rest will help.
Here. I can't sleep unless I have my favorite pillow. I want to go home, back to Longrin.
Come now, turn that frown upside down and have a long and luxurious nap.
Dark thoughts catch up with you at night. All nights might look the same to you, but at my age, every shade of twilight is different.
I can't deal with this.
If only I had lost it too.
Don't you dare leave me alone with them, Morley!
Why are we unaffected, do you think?
I have an answer for that query.
Oh, Luna, it's you. It feels like ages since we last saw each other. Perhaps it has been.
The reason you two have stayed unaltered is because of your elemental affinities. You are alms of the heart and mind. Alms of the moon, light, and darkness should be able to resist the influences of the Beneva-She-Better-Do of the moon.
So Aish wouldn't have gone crazy either?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I wish Aish were here.
Until you have subdued Tormarni, I fear that the people of Etern will remain befuddled indefinitely. It is hard to see tragedy once again visited upon the poor people of Etern so soon after it was liberated from stasis.
I feel the same, both as a parishioner and an Alm. It is my responsibility to see that Tormarni is dealt with.
If anyone can fix this, I believe it is you, Morley. The Beneva-She-Better-DO has taken up residence in Castle Crescenel. The moon has the power to alter people's perception. Please do not be fooled by its shadows or mystique.
It's up to us to free Etern from the Beneva-She-Better's influence. Shall we, Val?
After you, Morley. Let's head to Crescenel and get to it.
Hey, you guys. Come on, take us with you. I don't want to stay behind.
Let's take them with. Who knows what they would get up to if we leave them alone?
The castle was past the north gate to the parish, I think. It's now or never. So this is the castle?
I sense trouble ahead. It must be the presence of the Beneva-She-Better-Do Tormarni.
Was that the Beneva-She-Better?
I hate frogs. I'm scared. Someone hold my hand.
A Beneva-She-Better-Do? Ugh, no biggie.
Things look grim.
Don't waver now. We've come this far. We can handle anything.
I've never been inside this place, mostly since I heard it was overrun with monsters.
Are there frogs? Please tell me there are no frogs here.
Wow! Get a load of this palace. It's huge. Makes me want to dance.
Huh? Is someone there? Yup. There are definitely people over there.
It looks like it did during the eclipse.
No. Too many people. I hate that.
Oh, I know. These are ghosts. I've read all about them.
Huh. Deja vu. We saw some of these here spooky folks when we first visited Etern on our pilgrimage, right?
What did I just say? So they are ghosts after all. Make it stop.
These illusions are the parishioners who disappeared 16 years ago. What is going on?
Well, they're looking right at us. Maybe they have unfinished business?
No sign of my mother. None of that. These visions aren't real. I can't let myself be manipulated by the Beneva-She-Better's tricks. Defeating Tormarni is our priority. We should press on.
Oh, Morley.
How easily the heart is swayed. This is harder than I thought.
Don't worry. Someone somewhere will come along and take care of all this.
Uh-huh. But that someone happens to be us, Karina.